Yeah, exactly.
Wherever there's guys, you are well
Oh
away.
yeah, no guy friends. I had to pretend that I wasn't friends with guys.
Yeah. And so, what would like because you obviously are very liberal in your like sexuality and your attractiveness. I mean, I think it's taken a while for you to be comfortable with it, if you don't mind me saying so. So
Absolutely.
how did that impact you growing up? Like you got a stoic dad. You're in a basically, even though you're born here, you kind of feel like a foreigner. You
Mm,
are only your only real base of understanding is from a minority place, basically.
yeah.
How did like I mean, did you feel like you fitted in, or did you feel on the outer? Like what did that feel?
I felt completely left out. At first, I'll be honest, I was very conservative because I grew up and it was the only thing that I knew. My mum was actually a Christian and my dad's a Muslim. So it was quite a strange mix. I went more to the Christian side.
Yeah.
Um, and what sucked, and I'm going to swear in a minute, but at school I was called Triple B. I was called the Bible bashing bitch.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
because I bring my Bible and preach to my whole form class all
yeah.
the time, and I was extremely conservative. And then things changed after a while, where after being sexually assaulted,
Oh,
after
whoa.
experiencing more life, I realized that there were some things that I needed to change. But once again, love Christians, love Muslims. I mean, my
Yeah.
parents are Christian and Muslim, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So you did you, you threw a huge carrot right there. Um, the assault. When we won't touch a little bit on the assault, we'll save that for the podcast. But we're definitely gonna because that was a major impact in your life to sort of put you on that path of discovering mental health. Would that be fair to say?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
And
Yeah.
oh man, there's so many questions I have right now. I just need to pay
Go
it
for it. I
back.
am an open book. You can ask
I,
anything.
I think what I'm leaning towards is that would have been like I actually when you said that sexual assault, my heart actually broke because I
Mm.
would like I see you as a younger sister. Not like that, but you know what I mean. Like it I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
help, but for someone that's just get finding their feet and struggling with the comfortability of their own skin to be treated like that.
Mm.
I personally, I feel like as a male, I need to actually apologize for our ignorance. You know what I mean? Like it's not something because I, I thought like I've chatted with you on a few times about certain stuff that I was dealing with, and the level of
Mm.
maturity and awareness that you and empathy that you um, portrayed and you gave off for me. It
Tai does have its issues, but there's a lot of good people up there, and quite often it's a very, very small percentage of the population that is contributing to those issues. And even then, those that potentially are doing wrong, sometimes it's important to hear their story as well and to know how they've got to where they are. And for me, that's really important is listening to people and talking to people.
yes, just your like I'm gonna give you a hypothetical scenario. Like you're about to hit a target. You've done all your prep. Your couple of teams are ready. You know that there's a family in the home. You know that you're gonna possibly take the senior male figure out of that home. What goes through your not moral compass because you would have actually sort of been quite at peace with it. But what goes through your mindset that hey, you know what, I need to try and either get him aside to reason with him and hear his story, or we need to get this guy off the street because he is really serious. How do you handle that?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. It's probably quite topical for me because I worked in a unit in Kaitaia called Kuria Kamuka, which was the first partnership between the Crown Agency and iwi, and it was a true partnership. So where I sat in my role, I had an iwi partner sitting beside me, and that was all around looking at exactly that, how is this going to affect the whānau, putting a Te Ao Māori view on things.
Yeah.
And I guess the answer to your question is really comes down to safety. Making sure that are people at risk? If so, we need to make sure that they're safe, and every situation may be different as to how we make that safe. And it's not always about a punitive punishment or anything. Sometimes it's about, okay, what help can we get them? And that was part of that, I guess, the philosophy of Kuria Kamuka, in which was a pilot up in Kaitaia. But like for me, number one is safety.
I'm sure they would have appreciated someone that's their local not actually kicking the door down, but knocking on the door and saying, hey, let's have a chat, rather than a unit that completely bellied up and just comes in, and completely traumatizes the family. I'm sure that the gangsters up north would have appreciated your input rather than having that here, because it's being on the top of myself and on the other end, you just panic, you freeze, you don't know what to expect.
Yeah, and I guess everyone's different in terms of how they deal with people and speak to people. But I mean, I can only speak for myself, really. But I guess with a little bit of age and maturity, I guess the biggest key in the role that I do is talking to people, and it's how you treat them, how you speak to them, and without naming any names, I can tell you now that I've had people that I've arrested that come up and thank me after, and thank me for that I dealt with them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But, like I said before, I haven't met many people where I thought that there's some good in these people.
Yeah. Do they? I suppose because there's at the time there's there's your
good money, but I'm little love shit.
Yeah, and I think also too, like what people might not understand is that you come from a beautiful family, and or have your own beautiful family as well. So that just shows that that with love can also it can transfer into what you're doing in your life as well. And so
it was drummed into me when I was young. Yeah, it was drummed into me when I was young, mostly by my dad. He was always do family first quotes and things, and he'd always mention it to us, and he always drilled it into us that family was the most important thing, no matter what. And even with the club, it's still family is everything, it's always still there. And I mean, I've got it tattooed on my hand. It's just family first. So I just live by that code. So family is everything.
that's a pretty good code to live by. Like I come from a migrant family that came over from South Africa, and all we have is each other, So family is one of the most the most important thing, I feel, because if you're secure in that, you can do anything you want to be successful at it.
I think it gives you a good foundation to do whatever you want. Maybe gives you a good foundation to move on to the next thing in life. And if you've got a good home life, then everything else will come easy.
Just fall in place, Or just live obviously you're a proud club man. I'd take nothing away from you. How do we, as on the other side of the coin, wider New Zealand, how do we, all we know is what the press puts out, and a lot of it can be bullshit propaganda, or it can be taken because it's always in like smut sells, so it's always in a negative connotation, How do we, as wider New Zealand, because we're quite a giving society. How do we, as white New Zealand, instead of treating you all as the scourge of society, or how do we treat you?
Well, I mean, like it depends. I think it depends where people come from. You know, if people come from sort of a lifestyle where they're not so shy, or being brought up around sort of that sort of thing, then they tend to be, you know, it's not such a shock to them. But I mean, sort of general population of New Zealand, I mean, yeah, I mean, you can get quite some filthy looks and get treated like like a minority, you know. But I mean, you can get treated like an outsider, but that's just, you know, we've got tough skin like a rhino, so it's not really, it doesn't really faze us. But as the Christian, probably yeah, I mean, you get treated like a piece of shit sometimes. but
and brother, this is what I want to also allude, because the responsibility, like, it's not, you guys are free, you're doing what you want to do, you know what I mean? How much responsibility are we taking to come up to you and be like, hey brother, how's your day? See, you guys are on a...
Oh, you'd be surprised. There's quite a few people that actually do that a little bit, you know, like, I mean, you get mixed emotions. Like, some people are quite friendly, and some people just really won't have a bar yet at all. Yeah. I mean, when you're with your kids, normally people are pretty friendly and they talk to you, but if you're by yourself and you've got some tattoo showing and things like that, then you need to normally get the other side of it. So,
and they, oh shit, gang member.
Yeah, you know, I mean, that happens with everyone. And like you see, like in the press and whatever happens in the media, you know, especially if there's things going on, or people are being getting shot, or buildings are being shot, or there's this and that. So that obviously comes into play too. So I guess that whatever's in the background at the moment and whatever's going on, sort of that comes into play with how you're getting treated.
Yeah, man. And then just with that, in general, like, how has that affected, like, how you, like, do you worry about your family, like, when that sort of shit's going on? You know, like buildings getting shot, you know, like, yeah.
No, I mean, well, I don't do anything wrong, so, you know, I've got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
I don't get caught on politics or you know, doing anything anymore. I mean, since I had my family, I really knuckled down. I just work, train, and go home, spend time with my kids. I don't, you know, like, if you're doing bad things, then bad things happen. If you're being a good person and a family man,